Once again, we get one of these super late at night or super early in the 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning segments. Some new information is coming from the Transformer world in Taiwan on the other side of the globe, and that's why we're doing this segment so late. It seems that we're finding out about new Transformer toys the old-fashioned way being found in retail for the first time with no indication that this was ever going to be happening. And this is some fantastic stuff in a lot of ways. So this comes from the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, a line that was primarily made for the Asian region. And that's probably why Hasbro really hasn't talked about it much, because it really was a line that was intended for that market. It's just when the big V happened and everything and product got delayed, that whole stuff just found its place in our market also. So what are we talking about today? Well, two new items were found in Taiwan by board member Prime Roller, and these are very fascinating because they're actually probably better versions than their original releases, and it's that of a Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class. Well, they just call it Cliffjumper, but it's Earthrise Cliffjumper, but done with a slightly better color scheme, in my opinion, that matches more his animation model in terms of the light blue window and the vibrant red that the Earthrise version actually doesn't really have. And I mean, it looks really good, but at the end of the day, it's still using the Cliffjumper Earthrise mold, so it's not 100% like that old school Porsche, but, you know, it is what it is. It still looks great, though. I think it's personally between the two of them. I think this is the better color scheme of the two. And what's funny about it is it falls under, like, you know, because Buzzworthy Bumblebee has like their Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86 line. So this Cliffjumper falls under that Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86 figure number 13. So I guess this is a Studio Series Cliffjumper in a way also, when you really think about it. Very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Again, it's the traditional Buzzworthy Bumblebee packaging, so there's nothing really unique about box art or anything, but it is fascinating that it is this character. What's also interesting is the packaging that he has in the back. Because it's a Studio Series figure, that means that, well, what's his background then? He usually has some cardboard background. So he has the cardboard background that's shared with Studio Series 86 Jazz. You know, no Decepticons here, Prime. You know, so where they shared the Moonbase 1 kind of environment before they got eaten by Unicron. So I guess you now have a companion piece that goes with your Studio Series Jazz with this Studio Series 86 Cliffjumper that really is just the Earthrise one. The next one here is another one, too, that I feel is probably way better than the original. So first we had our Studio Series 8602 Transformers the Movie 1986 Kup. Now we have a Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 8602 BB Kup. And this one, in my opinion, has a way better color scheme than what we got before. It has the more accurate kind of sculpted, you know, well, the sculpt is the same, but the way that they painted the metallic face as opposed to the more gaunt kind of face of the I guess we could call it the matte paint on the face of Kup. The chest piece, this is where it's really key. The chest is colored in. It has the white windshield and even has the little, I guess we'll call it rust damage, if you will, that even the animation model had from the 86 movie. So if you have a choice between Studio Series 86 Kup and this Buzzworthy one, this is actually the better version. I'm very surprised. I am very, very surprised. What's also fascinating is I'm trying to make out what is the background for Studio Series 86 Kup, and it looks like it's something from Five Faces of Darkness, the opening scene with the, I guess, the galactic race that they had in that opening scene of Five Faces of Darkness. So very interesting what's going on here. This was totally out of left field, and now it really opens up the question, are we going to get better color schemes of previously existing Studio Series 86 stuff in the Bumblebee line? Is previously existing Siege, Earthrise, or Kingdom stuff going to get repurposed into Studio Series as those characters? Are we going to get like another repaint of Leader Class Galvatron as just Studio Series 86 Galvatron? Who knows? Very interesting indeed. Raises a lot of questions. Now the question is for all of us in the West Coast and the Western world, how are we getting these? Well, that fell into looking at the UPC codes, and JT Prime 17 came forward and said, well, right now in Target's listings for Studio Series 86, BB, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Kup, and Cliffjumper, we have a Deluxe Class Fig assortment for $22.99 of 8 different figures in a case that will be arriving at just before the end of the year in December 30th. So there's a strong possibility that the case assortment for these 2 characters will be that which is going to be showing up in Target, and hopefully, no confirmation here, but hopefully the rest of the retail world, like that of Walmart, and hopefully, I guess we could say Toys R Us in Canada too. We don't know though, unfortunately. But this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. And I'm very curious to see what happens. Man, that Kup is looking good. That Kup looks way better than what we got with the Studio Series 86 Classic, if you will. And same thing with that Cliffjumper. Both of them look fantastic. It's always funny how they give us the kind of the lesser color scheme, and they give us the better repaint down the line. This looks really, really good. And this just opens up way more questions, man. Opens up way more questions. But it looks like the case assortment of it also ships with the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series 86. Not Studio Series 86, Studio Series Bumblebee Movie 70 BB, which is the Cybertronian Bumblebee. That's a repaint. So supposedly I think that's what's going to be in the case assortment. We don't know what the 4th member of that case is, because usually it's 2 figures per case of a case of 8, 4 different characters. So we don't know yet what the other ones are, but this is some fascinating stuff. And again, totally out of nowhere. Man, that Kup looks really good. Let me know what you think about this. Very weird. Hopefully we'll get some more information. It's amazing. We just started Monday going into a Transformer Tuesday, potentially, and all of this drops into our lap out of nowhere. Very interesting stuff. Man, makes me wonder now, are they going to do something with the Blur? Are they going to do something with the Jazz? Are they going to do something with the Hot Rod? Or am I going to get like a pinkish kind of Hot Rod? Like a very pinkish colored, Fluoro Deary, 1986 movie hue Hot Rod figure? Is it going to come with a fishing pole this time? Ooh, man, what's going on? What's going on, Buzzworthy Bumblebee? What are you doing to me? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Very interesting stuff. Take care.